I think that there definitely is a window of opportunity for a Saskatchewan team to be one of the prominent teams in curling. I mean, a lot of the fan base is from our province. I think what it's going to take for us to get recognized one of the top teams, more of what we're doing right now. Like, we've had a really good year. We're sitting in the top 5 right now, but ultimately it's going to be winning the big events. We got to a final of a slam. If we win one, I think people take us a bit more seriously. We got to the Final 4 in the Brier. I think if we win a Brier, people take us a bit more seriously. They just need to get that couple extra wins and get a couple of championships under our belt. I think that's when we'll get the attention that we've been looking for.
You know, this last year was a lot different than some other years for really getting that recognition and making that step. And we've made a big step this year, and I think the recognition is changing and we're starting to become less of an underdog.
In our 4 years, we've progressively gotten better. We haven't just jumped out better and just stayed there. We've progressively gotten from, I think we started together, we were about 30th in the world. And
this year I think we played in 6 or 7 finals and probably won our fair share. We won 2 or 3 of them. You're kind of probably just going to win 50% of them. But I think to get the recognition that not necessarily we deserve, but just get more recognition, be less of the underdog, we're going to just have to probably start winning those last games.
I mean, ultimately, we're focused on our own success and where we can get to in this sport, but to represent Saskatchewan and maybe win a Brier for Saskatchewan would be obviously huge. When I won the Canadian Juniors in 03, Saskatchewan hadn't won in 20 years, so I'm hoping if we can win a Brier, maybe we'll break a bit of a streak there, and a few teams won after us when we won in 03, so maybe it just takes one team showing that it can happen, and a few more teams might break through after that.
That's the thing about Saskatchewan, especially when you go to the Brier, you really feel it. It seems like the whole province is behind you. 1 million people suddenly care about curling.
There's not as many curlers, but the ones that are left are really, really strong teams.
Yeah, like right now we're the only team that's top level team, but there's a ton of really good teams that, you know, with the right coaching and maybe the right, if they put enough effort into it, I think they could easily be the top level team as well. But
it's really tough to get out of Saskatchewan, like same as most provinces, right? It's a real grind. So, and then the reward obviously is going to the Brier and doing well there. So
10, 15 years ago, it seemed like everyone entered playdowns. There was thousands of teams entering playdowns every year, and but it still seems like you go to any small town or any rink in Saskatchewan and it's full on weekend. And I think that it may not be the high-level elite teams you see, but it seems that everyone has a connection to curling and loves to play for a few weekends in the winter. It gets pretty cold.
Our team motto is all professionalism. So off the ice, on the ice, it's all business. So we have fun on and off the ice, so that's not a concern. But it's built around professionalism, this team, for sure.
That's kind of a dynamic. We've created a dynamic of fun out there for a long time. And it seems to breed well for us playing better, a little less stress out there. And certainly there's times playing with my brother, there's times when you want to smack him over the head or whatever, but you know that's not necessarily going to make the team better.
So it's interesting having 2 brothers in the team, and not only do we have that, we also have their dad coaching us. So it's a lot of one family on a team, but I think it actually works really well. They get along really good most of the time. They understand each other.
if I was playing with my brothers, we'd be fighting out there and scrapping, but it's not like they're really brothers. They get along so well on and off the ice. You know, you don't really see them argue really ever, so it's good.
Flash is a really interesting guy to have on the team. He definitely approaches the game and the world in general differently than most guys do. And
the thing about Flash is I don't think you're going to find a guy that doesn't like him. He's rough around the edges. He doesn't like to say it. He's got a good heart. But people just attract to him. He's funny, he's likable, he's good to be around.
I think that's actually refreshing to our team. He's a little more laid back than some of the rest of us, and we can use that a little bit with our dynamic. For me, is Skip. It is all business out there. I get in a bit of a zone, and I think the fact I'm really even-keeled helps. So I don't get too high when we make a good shot, and I don't get too low when things aren't going well. I just kind of keep an even flow out there and stick to process. So I think that works really well and serves me well as a skip.
It's pretty similar off and on the ice. He's a serious guy no matter where we go. So our goal is to go out there and be professional every single game, and you know, we're not going to lay down on the ice. We're not going to give up ever, and that's our goal. We want to go out there and just do things right.